is a Houston sports radio observation that I noticed in the last week. I'm not making a real big deal about it. Just thought it was pretty interesting. Being on Twitter, looking at a lot of people uh, upset or felt some kind of way about Juneteenth. Juneteenth is pretty much the day that black slaves, I say black slaves, that's redundant, slaves in America was officially freed by decree in Galveston a few years after the Emancipation Proclamation. And, I, I really don't care for the guy, but Joe Biden, a couple of years ago, he made it a federal holiday. He made it a federal holiday. You know, anything in America right now, if it's not one thing, it's the other. People just gonna get mad. So people was mad. I want to go to work. I want to work. Why we got to work? Say man, I got a day off from work. I got a day off from work, and I got paid for the day off from work. Fuck what y'all talking about. All of this patriotic crap. I'm like, it didn't make me mad. It kind of made me like kind of chuckle because I'm like, damn, y'all really mad about this? Y'all really mad about this? A group of people that was enslaved, 200 to 300 years, 400 years worth of free labor. Throw them a bone. Give them a holiday. Yeah, you can probably say the same thing about MLK, but that's the MLK stuff. Hmm, I'm gonna hold off on that one right there. But it just made me just looking at the people's response. It wasn't everyone. It wasn't everyone. It was just some people. Some people use it. I call them the race baiters. They use it. Your Candace Owens and what's that fat dude? That black dude, Jesse Whitlock. They have gotten to the point right now where they are the Al Sharptons and Jesse Jacksons. For, let me take this back. The way Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and Sean King and Nick Wright, all of them do black people, that's the way these two do white people. And then what's so brilliant about it, the niche about it, niche about it is they know that black people is going to get upset, and I'm to the point now I don't even really get upset at them. I just think that they race hustlers. But that takes me to sports radio in Houston. You know me, I troll. I wasn't expecting them to say anything about Juneteenth, but just about everybody had a show. Just about everybody had a show that day, and y'all know that I be listening to shows. Y'all know I be listening to all of the radio shows, and all of them seem to just go about their day. So, I'm texting them or tweeting them, hey man, happy Juneteenth. Being silly and shit. Being silly. And there was no mention about Juneteenth at all. And I was just laughing to myself, man. I was like, damn, it's really that controversial. Here's the funny part. Here's the funny part about that. I've heard in the past, when Juneteenth was not a federal holiday, local shows in Houston, local radio shows in Houston acknowledge Juneteenth. However, now that this is on the forefront, it's kind of, these guys are scared of their own shadows. They don't want to do anything that's going to rock the boat with their audience. And so they just act like it didn't even happen. I listened to multiple shows and no one said a word. Not from the shows I heard. Not from the shows I heard. So I thought, okay, okay. That's their prerogative. Let's see what's going to happen with, the 4th of July. Man, I done heard 4th of July commercials all up and down the radio. And it's kind of funny. And I know that 4th of July has a greater history in terms of holidays than Juneteenth. But like I said before, Juneteenth always been a state holiday. Well, not a state holiday, but it was always known inside of the state of Texas, pretty much primarily throughout the South. Everybody knew about Juneteenth. As a matter of fact, quick story time. When I was in the military, all of the South, all of the people from the South, all of the black dudes from the South, even white dudes too, man, the Mexicans, Hispanics, used to get together and stuff. And when Juneteenth would come around, the Texas folks would always be talking about Juneteenth. And to my surprise, it was dudes from like Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia. They was like, yeah, we celebrate Juneteenth too. And so I was like, wow, it's bigger than Texas. It was larger than Texas. But it was just funny hearing all of the radio stations here, the sports radio stations here, pretty much ignore Juneteenth, didn't say anything about it. I don't even think I'm talking about no racism or anything like that. I'm not talking about no racism. I'm thinking that these dudes were just too scared because they audience do have people that don't like it and they just didn't want to go down that road. So they're going to ignore it. They're going to ignore it. And that's what it is. That's all I got.